Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla TV. We can watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new Rukka Energator Jacket, available at RevZilla.com. This is the Energator. It's an interesting name. It's out of Finland, but is one of the apex predators in the four-season Gore Pro adventure touring realm. And we look at it, it's part of the latest and greatest from Rukka. New for spring 16, it carries all of the key features that we'd expect to see true four-season riding, bomb-proof protection, and again, comfort and defense are their theme. It's working those two things together to make you realize why you've invested at a high level, you're prepping for the crash, but again, you're gonna look great and you're gonna be very comfortable doing it. Now, 4 vents on this Gore Pro shell. There's where you're getting your true four-season functionality, covering you to hot weather and able to be zipped up and closed. And again, they're water-resistant zips, and your Gore Pro. The shell is gonna be waterproof, breathable, guaranteed for life at the highest degree. The actual shell has the Gore membrane laminated to it. Also a full sleeve 60-gram Outlast liner. And Outlast is a phase change material. It's temperature regulated. So when you get too warm, it actually pulls the heat away from you and stores that energy. When you start to cool off, it releases the heat. So great at cooling you or warming you up, depending on when you sway out of a body's natural comfort zone. Again, chemically tuned through science. Now, the other thing to keep in mind when we talk about the big upgrades that are north of $1,000 here on the Energator Jacket, and obviously there's an Energator pants, that is going to be the D3O Rukka Air armor. And if we look at it, it's D3O Air by Rukka. They collaborated and made steak-sized pieces of armor that are massively thick, are better ventilated than your normal D3O, and they have a different temperature tolerance. And if we look at them, they are huge. This is an elbow forearm. So High-Vis Brizzle has an elbow forearm right there. And remember, it's molecular, meaning you introduce that shock, it's gonna beat that CE2 level rating, it's gonna introduce it, make those molecules all bond together, disperse the energy, and keep the energy from transferring to you. This does come stock with elbow and shoulder, and it's going to come stock with a back protector as well. Again, super high price point, but you're not having to bolt anything on separately. It's going to cover that kind of Rolls-Royce level right out of the gates. And again, look at the size of that. That is a 15-ounce steak. And they're lightweight, but it is a massive, massive piece of armor. The shoulders are massive as well. Let's talk briefly about sizing. You know Brian well. He's all beard. He's so sophisticated today. 6 foot, 195, 42-inch chest. Rukka, in my opinion, fits a size large. He's wearing a size 50. In most other European stuff, he'd be a 52. So use a size chart. If you're on the cusp, go the size down. For High-Vis Brian, he's kind of right in that bottom range or the middle of the 52 size range. He went down to the 50. That's gonna fit him. Use that as your waypoint to go basically a size down for most people, unless you're really right on the cusp, and you'll get the best fit out of Rukka. Now, the other thing I wanna call out too, when we talk about fit, there are definitely some Gore Pro flex zones that are more stretch material, and you're going to have a waist size on High-Vis Brian that's about a 33 in jeans, just for frame of reference. You can see it. It's more of a touring cut, pulling things together. Now, ladies' version is going to be an Orbita if you want to buy the matching set. And keep in mind, we'll ship free over 39 bucks. And as always, click our logo, subscribe to RevZilla TV, leave me your comments, your questions, your feedback on the new Energator. Now, moving to some of the other nuanced materials. You heard me mention Armacor. Armacor. In the shoulders, in the impact areas on the elbows, right there you can see it. It is ripstop. It is aramid reinforced Cordura. So bomb-proof Cordura with Kevlar infusion done in ripstop on your impact zones. It's lighter weight. Sometimes we see them put super fabric on it. It becomes talisman. They didn't do that here. But again, it gets the job done over top of your Rukka D3O Air armor. Some of the other features along the front. Whoa, going RoboCop on me. We look, 3 snaps on the forearm, 3 snaps on the bicep, stretching the crook of the arm, again, so it moves with you. Waterproof pockets down here on the bottom. You see they have a zipper, and then you're gonna have water-resistant pockets up here along the top. And notice too, there are 2 colors available. You're going to have the blue, which is a Beamer blue, and you're gonna have a silver as well. And outside of your normal Rukka reflective, this actually has a light reflectivity to the accent color as well. So you're getting that additional area of reflectivity, creating a more humanoid form, which allows you to be picked up and deciphered by another motorcyclist or an automobile driver at night, keeping you safer. Now, looking at the front here, we've got our belt, which is removable, and this is a fidlock system. So it's using a neodymium magnet to pull it together, and once it's in, it's locked, and you have to slide it. So again, very easy to find with a gloved hand. It just kind of snaps itself. I don't want to get my hands out of the way. Watch, it snaps itself together, right? Very, very simple. That's, again, an upgrade in the technology. And if we look at the front here, we talked about these direct vents. These are direct vents through the Gore Pro outer shell, right to the body to circulate air. And you're gonna see them along the backs and sides as well, 4 total vents. Now, if we look here, before I turn them up across the top, Arch your neck there. That beard's too magnificent, but it's in the way, HVB. Notice the neoprene collar covering the zipper. You have neoprene that comes up halfway, and then there's going to be a zip along the side. There is a gaiter for your entire neck and face and chin, like a half balaclava, that comes with this done in Gore-Tex, waterproof, breathable. We actually couldn't put it on here today and do the whole video with it because his beard barely fits in it. So if you're man grizzle with a brawny beard, just think about that. You might have to trim down to work with that neck gaiter. Now turn a face away from me there, man grizzle, brawny beard. It could be your other new name. We look at it. We talked about the Armacor in the shoulder, working our way down. You have the reflective with the Rukka logo down along this side here. Now, elbow becomes Armacor again. You're going to have that D3O Air worked in. Notice the stretch on the back side of the arm for range of motion. You have it along this whole panel, and then that's where your belt is going to connect. Now, if we move all the way down here, you're going to see, and I think I said the belt is removable earlier. I don't believe that belt is removable. You'd have to cut it. That's up to you, but I don't recommend it. I was original prototype and went all the way around the back, so don't hold me to that. This one that we have, this new version, is going to be non-removable. If you don't like the belt, check out something like the Armaxis, which would be a more sport touring version. Very similar features of this jacket. Gaiter along the bottom, you're going to have a connection point for the Energator pants. Turn backwards for me there, HVB. And if we look at the back, big Rukka logo. You have some of this reflective piping. That's really just a reflective tape done in the accent color. And if we look up here, no mullet today, you're going to see neoprene. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be so mean to you. Neoprene with more Armacor pulling it all together. And again, those other two vents, come back around. They're under the arm. Stop right there for me. I'm going to lift your arm. There we go. I thought they were armpit zips. That's your exhaust port. So in through the front, out through the armpit, and you're gonna have a better chance of staying cool. Line back up to the front. Now, unfidlock his zip here, or his belt. We're gonna unzip it, we'll show you the guts. Remember, as I move it down here, water resistant zip, you're going to have a snap at the bottom, keeping that zip termination from scratching your paint. And if we open it up, I know that's warm today, it's warm in here. Remember, 60 grams of Outlast, we talked about it, phase change material, and it's gonna be zonally mapped. So again, it's throughout, but then it's gonna allow you to breathe under your arms a little bit better. If we work our way up there, you're going to see that you have the mesh on the inside of the jacket with your 360-degree zip, allowing you to connect it to the pants. It's actually about 270-degree, big, beefy YKK Vislon zipper, Napoleon pocket, and then look at the inside of the neck. It's going to be a mixture of microfleece and neoprene, really keeping you cool and comfy. And this guy packs really light. So if you're running and that Outlast starts to get too warm, or you want to just pull your vents open because it's summer weight riding time, you're good to go on that one. If we open it up from this side, you're going to see the same thing on this end. You do have the ability to strap it down to your bike or underneath, and then you do have your big rain gutter covering the main connection zip. Your biggest weakness for water is going to be right here. So you have this Gore-Tex panel that extends all the way across. Now, keep in mind, like I said, ladies' version is the Orbita, men's version, or the men's alternative would be something like the Armaxis, which is going to be a little bit more waist length and sport cut without the belt. Very, very similar. Dude, do your belt, man. What are you doing here? Keep in mind, the next step, though, is to click the info button on your desktop or mobile device. Visit the product detail page at RevZilla.com. Read other rider reviews of the new Rukka Energator Gore-Tex Jacket. You shouldn't just take my word for it. As always, we'll ship for free over $39. If you want to talk to a gear geek, see us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown. Remember, subscribe to us at YouTube. RevZilla TV, stay up to date with our opinion of the latest and greatest in the moto universe. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.